I'm preparing to do some test sprays. I have the original AC Delco can that I started with that didn't match very well to begin with, but I'm gonna try a couple of things to see if I can get it to match a little better. I also have this Krylon metallic black, which, judging by the cap, is more of a gray than a black. I have this VHT, which is for high temperatures, and it has some metal flake in it, and we'll see how this goes. But the metal flake is a lot like what the AC Delco was, and it's very slight. And then I also got this, and it is not actually a paint; it's a peel coat. But I noticed that the cap is closer than anything else I've seen in a spray can, so I'm going to give it a try. And I was curious about what peel coat, how it covers, and what it really does. So I was going to try this anyways. I don't really expect to actually use this, but I may try it somewhere else on the car. I was thinking maybe instead of doing a decal for the stinger on the Corvette, I might try using this if it turns out to be a good product. We'll see. So I made up a grid of 8 places on this cardboard. I'm going to prime it, and then I'm going to do four sprays with just the individual sprays, and then I'm going to do 4 sprays with each of the different sprays, and put a clear coat on top of that. And I'm hoping that the clear coat will help bring out the metallic flake a little better. I'll show you the results next. You probably noticed that I started out with 4 options, and then after the primer coat, I sprayed 5 options to begin with. Well, while I was waiting for the primer to dry, I went to Hobby Lobby and I saw this Tasco model paint, which is pretty close to the Carbon Flash, and it's called Blazing Black, and I decided to give it a try. Also, after I sprayed the 5 options, I wasn't real enthusiastic about any of them coming close. I mean, you can see this one and this one are almost silver, and these other options, the one with the most metal flake turns out to be the HVT, but it still isn't exactly gloss black. And then the original AC Delco is has a little bit of metal flake and is black, but I was skeptical that it was going to turn out. Of course, I haven't sprayed the clear coat yet, but in any case, I decided to go to our local auto paint store and see if they could color match a piece of trim from the car. I took off one of the wickers from the spoiler and took it in, and they color matched it. Of course, the first thing they came up with, the stock colors that they matched, was the actual GM Carbon Flash color. But then when they mixed some of that up and compared it, they said, well, that's not a match. So they continued to mix paint until they came up with the best match they could, and they even put it in a spray can for me. So thanks to them, I was able to come up with that, and hopefully after the clear coat's put on this test board, they will match exactly. But looking at it as it is now, with just 3 coats of the base coat, the AC Delco and the color match color are pretty close. Of course, the AC Delco still doesn't look like it has very much metal flake. You can, if you look close, you can see it, and the color match color has a little more metal flake, but again, it's doesn't match quite as well as I would like it to at the base coat level. But again, when I spray the clear coat, we'll see how it comes out. So. After a couple coats of clear, it appears the mixed paint came out the closest. The HVT, or rather VHT paint, sorry. The VHT paint had the most metal flake, but as you can see, it is a little more gray than black. The mixed paint is black and has more metal flake than the AC Delco paint. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and go with the mixed paint. So the rest of the videos will be the painting of adding more paint to the badges and mounting the badges.